Hey friend. Today we're going to talk about Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe because video games are awesome, you are awesome, and you could use more awesomeness in your life. Go ahead and like the video if you like Ratchet and Clank and if you like what you see, and go ahead and let me know in the comments what you thought of this game if you played it, and what you think of Ratchet and Clank as a series. If you're a big fan, if you're not really a fan, if you've never played before, go ahead and let me know. Let's talk about it. So, that out of the way, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. How do I feel about it? What's going on? Is it good? Is it terrible? Let me start by saying that I am a huge fan of Ratchet and Clank, so this will be a very, very, very biased point of view. So I played, I think, every single one for PlayStation 2, including maybe Ratchet or Secret Agent Clank. If it's the one where you're a giant Clank, like building sized, and you're fighting and you're fighting it out, then yes, I played that one. I don't really remember it that well, so I might not have. I don't know. It was a really long time ago, and I was a lot younger. So my perception of this game might be tainted by nostalgia. Keep that in mind. Let's talk about combat. So, combat in this game is good. It's solid. It feels like a Ratchet and Clank should feel. You're going to strafe back and forth. You're going to have enemies coming at you. You're going to have a bunch of different guns. You're going to be able to use those guns to fight the enemies. And there's going to be, ones that are native to the planets that you're on. There's going to be the robot ones. And you're going to shoot them all. And you're going to do it in whatever way that you want. You're going to unlock the guns as it goes, and you're going to decide which ones you want to buy, which ones you want to try. They all feel good. All the ones that I played, anyway. I didn't actually unlock every single weapon in this game. There might be like 3 or so that I haven't unlocked. And I think the reason for this is I've played so many of these games at this point. I didn't play the PlayStation 3 ones because I went with Xbox 360 in that generation instead. But I've played so many of these games and I've used so many different guns. I don't think these guns are impactful, but it is all here. You got the rocket launcher, you got the ones that shoot enemies that fight for you. You have the minigun, you have the regular pistol, you have all different types of ways to fight. You got the rocket launcher. Everything that you're looking for is here. It all feels pretty good. It all feels pretty decent. All the ones that I played, anyway. There's a few that are like, but I think that's because of the type of gun they are and not because of how they're executed. Put it that way. But the combat's good. It's basically 2 parts. There's going to be the sections where you are traversing the world and different indigenous enemies are going to come at you, and some robot enemies are going to come at you, or whoever happens to be on that world, that planet. And then there's going to be the areas where enemies are going to be coming at you in basically waves, and you're going to be shooting them until you run out of bullets and you're struggling, and you have to run from place to place trying to get some ammo so that you can fight these things, especially the ones that are floating, because you can't hit them with your wrench. And this all feels good. It feels pretty decent. I like it. I like these games. I like the combat. I enjoy it. It's nothing that's going to blow your mind. It is very, very good. It is not the best thing in the world. Sometimes you need that, though. So, solid. Story-wise, the story in this one is essentially, you've been through this so many times as Ratchet, and there's a celebration for you, and Clank has a surprise for you. He made this gun, I guess, that shoots rifts, portals into different dimensions so that you can go and find the Lombaxes since you're the only one that you know of. It's really thoughtful. It's really nice. Ratchet kind of is not really feeling it. You don't really know why, but you can kind of guess at it. And Nefarious comes in, wrecks the day, does the Nefarious thing, and gets a hold of the gun, gets a hold of the Rift cannon. And now he can shoot rifts into other dimensions. And because of that, you end up meeting a new Nefarious, one that actually does feel like a threat, one that is very different to the Nefarious that you're used to. And you see a counterpart to Ratchet and Rivet. And She's basically Ratchet with a different personality, but she feels exactly the same. This is my one criticism on this. She does not feel different at all. You have the same weapons, the same upgrades. You have a hammer instead of a wrench. I guess that's different enough for some people, or they thought it was different enough, but they feels so the same. The character, like the delivery is great. She does a good job, the voice actress. And the counterpart to Clank, who I cannot think of her name right now. Kit. Kit is her name. And by the fact that I forgot her name, you can pretty much guess she is a bit forgettable. The story kind of, it's good. Good enough. There are some, it has its ups and its downs. Overall, it's not phenomenal. It's not great. And I really wasn't expecting it to be great, but I was expecting it to be really good at the very least. It's okay. It's passable. There are good parts to it. There are parts to it. It's not really what you're here for anyway, so we'll go ahead and give it a pass. But you are using this dimensional gun, or like your a version of it that Clank makes for you, that you can warp yourself to different portals as a traversal mechanic, as a way of getting around enemies, and you can use it strategically. That part I like, but overall story is pretty mediocre. You do get to see some counterparts to the characters that you've grown to know and maybe love in this series. That's pretty cool. But they're not really there for much screen time, and they're also kind of forgettable. So overall, mediocre. But it hits a lot of the same things that a Ratchet and Clank game hits, right? So you have the gunplay, you have the going in different worlds, you have the open worlds with these big, huge open areas that you can explore. They feel okay. There's not really too much going on there. It does still have the arena battles, though, that Coliseum-style fighting. That is great. I played all of these because that's one of my favorite parts of these games, is being able to use all the different weapons and going through the challenges and fighting the waves of enemies. Combat is where this game stands out. It's what you're here for. It's what I'm here for. It's what is fun in here. And speaking of that, what is not fun in here is the Clank sections. Oh my God, these are so terrible. In my opinion, maybe you liked them, maybe somebody liked them. I did not. They're not difficult. They're pretty straightforward. There's these orbs. They do different things. You got to figure out where the orbs are, how to get them, and then where to put them to get these little Clank boys from one place to another. It doesn't make any sense. It's really convoluted. It is entirely unnecessary. A lot of games do this, and I don't know. Well, I know why. I don't know why they did it here, but generally they're just trying to break up the gameplay so it's not samey, so that you're trying something different. It can work out in certain games. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there are some where there is this breakup in gameplay and it is fun, but here it sucks. It is not fun. I did not like these sections, and every time one of them came up, I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And it made me want to turn the game off. In some instances, I did them, and then I turned the game off because I was over it. And then I waited till like the next day, and then I turned the game back on, and I went back to the Ratchet sections, which were fun because I was traversing and shooting, and that's what I'm here for. But I can't really express how much I didn't like these. Let me know what you thought of them. Anyway, back to the game as a whole. It's good. It's pretty darn decent. It's not phenomenal, and that's okay. Sometimes you need a really good game. Sometimes you need a simple game to just turn your brain off and just shoot some things. And the puzzle sections kind of ruin that aspect of it, don't they? But other than that, it is pretty mindless. It is just go here. There's a little bit of like puzzly sections in like how do I want to say this? There's a little bit of a puzzle aspect in using the rifts which allow you to see different versions of the same planet, that was really well executed. That I enjoyed. The getting from point A to point B and figuring that out, what tools to use, that part is pretty decently fun. The worlds feel pretty decent to explore. The side missions are okay. I did a few of them. I didn't do all of them. It's just more stuff to do. It's not really that great. Overall, the game is still solid. I recommend it if you got nothing else going on in the video game world and it is on sale. It's worth picking up. It's a nice palate cleanser from whatever game that you're playing that isn't this. I'll put it that way. I would recommend playing it if you're a fan of Ratchet and Clank. If you've never played Ratchet and Clank before, it's probably a pretty good starting point to get what these games are, because they all feel very much the same. You're going to be shooting a bunch of enemies. You're going to be strafing back and forth, avoiding different just attack patterns and beams and things like that. The bosses feel very much out of the early 2000s, where there's a big boss and you're on a platform and you're just running back and forth trying to avoid their attacks and hitting their glowy spots. It's there. It's all there. It's pretty fun. It's worth a shot. If you've never played one of these games before, I do recommend it. If you've played a bunch of Ratchet and Clank games, just know that this one is not going to be the one to blow your mind, to really change the formula in any way whatsoever. It's gorgeous. It's nice eye candy, but it's more Ratchet and Clank, which is good if you really enjoy Ratchet and Clank like myself. The reason that it's coming off probably so not, I don't want to say negative, but I'm not enthusiastic about it, is because it didn't give me any extra. It just gave me more Ratchet and Clank, and that's fine. But I know for a lot of people that's not going to be enough to get them to part from their money at a time when spare cash probably is a little bit of a scarce resource for a lot of people. So with that in mind, if you have the extra money, if you like Ratchet and Clank, if you can get it on a deep sale, like a Black Friday sale or something like that, pick it up, try it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Other than that, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you got something out of it. If you did, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button, because video games are awesome. I love you. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Stay safe out there. Have a great day.